Hello, families. I thought it might be helpful to have a short video just highlighting the answer key from the review packet that I sent home. I know most of you have this at home with all the correct answers. However, some people were absent and some of you might have missed some of the correct answers. These are the answers to questions 1 and 2. On this table, you're rounding to the nearest 10. On this table, you are rounding to the nearest 100. So if you need to look at that a bit more, go ahead and stop the video. Okay, on questions 3 and 4, we're looking at some balanced equations here. The answer to number 3 is false because this side would be 2 more than this side. That's what I wrote here. This is 2 more. On this one is true. When you're subtracting, if you do the same thing to both numbers, you will get a true result. Question 4, A, the missing number was 542, and on question B, the missing number was 544. Okay, on question 5, you were to pick 2 numbers that would add together to get as close to 500 as possible. The 2 numbers you should have chosen were 300 and 213. Those 2 numbers. Question number 6 on the back side. Same 4 numbers to choose from. This time, you were trying to get as close to 1,000 as possible. So the 2 numbers that you would add together to get the closest to 1,000 were these 2, 655 and 300. Okay, then it asks you to explain your strategy. I looked at the hundreds. First, I added 655 plus 525, which resulted in 1,180, but I continued to keep trying, and I found that 655 plus 300 was much closer to 1,000 than when I added those 2 larger numbers. So the correct answer for 6A is 655 plus 300, and then here is my explanation of how I got that answer. You actually have to explain your thinking in words for question 6B. Okay, moving on to this story problem. Problem number 7 talks about a reading contest in class between Rachel and Hannah. They asked who the winner was. Well, of course, it was Rachel. Rachel read 194 pages compared to Hannah's 158 pages. Rachel read more, so she won. Then it asks you to find how many more pages, right here. How many more pages did the winner read? Anytime I see the words how many more, that always signals subtraction. 194, subtract 158, the difference is 36. The winner read 36 more pages than the loser. It asks which of these 4 equations does not represent the problem? Does not. Well, 3 of these would result with 36. I would get 36 for the first one, the second one, and the fourth one. However, if I added these 2, I'm going to not get 36. I'm going to get 300 something. Definitely not 36. Question number 8. This is on the second page of the packet. The school had 253 students. Over winter break, 64 students moved away, but 16 more moved in. So they want to know the total number of students at the school now. Well, the first thing I chose to do was 253 subtract 64. I want to subtract the number of students who moved away. That left me with 189, but 16 new students moved in. So then I take that difference of 189 and add 16. 189 plus 16 is 205. The next problem says write an equation or pair of equations. Equation means write it horizontally with an equal sign. Don't write it up and down, write it horizontally. So I wrote it to represent what I did up here. I wrote it as one equation, 253 minus 64 plus 16 equals blank, and I could put my answer there, 205. I should probably write that in. Or I could have written it as 2 separate equations. I did 253 minus 64 equals, I put S for students, And then that total, which was 189, plus 16 equals 205. For number 9, it's pretty simple. They give you the option to choose which 2 of these you want to solve. You get to pick 2. You solve one here, you solve one here, but the important part is to make sure you do this. Write an equation on the line to show the combination and the answer. This is what a lot of you forgot to do. So this is just about reading directions carefully. I chose to add 857 plus 16, and I show here using the algorithm that the sum is 873, and this is what they mean by write the combination on the line as an equation. Write what you did here in equation format. 857 plus 16 equals 873. My second problem I chose to solve was this one, 263 plus 498. Again, I did the algorithm. You can do a number line strategy, whatever strategy you choose, and then write it as an equation. Write it on the line horizontally with an equal sign. Same exact idea on the back for number 10. You get to choose 2 of these subtraction equations. You pick which 2 you want to do. You solve one in this box. I did the first one, 182 subtract 27, has a difference of 155. And then don't forget to write it on the line in equation form. It says that right here. Write an equation on the line to show the combination and the answer. So this part is very important. That's worth a point on the test. And lastly, I chose 91 subtract 19. The difference was 72, and I wrote it in equation format. I hope this review was helpful. Good luck on the test.